incredible. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm Linda, my husband Craig. We really appreciate you guys all being here and supporting us. Would have been nice if the sun was shining, but this is an awesome alternative. And I know you'll all take time to have a look at the great job they did on the picnic shelter. Just wanted to say a few words. I want to thank people who brought food and drinks out. You guys, wow. I mean, that is great, and please do help yourself to that. This is over lunch, so. This project has been 2 years in the making, and it's been a lot of work for a lot of people. First, I want to thank my husband, Craig. He's probably not going to like me for this, but I'm going to thank him anyway. He organized and coordinated everything, and it was a pain in the butt, but he did it. It was long and difficult, and he kept asking me, are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yes, you got to do it. And now the end result, I'm so pleased.
You can imagine we had to get a building permit, even a development permit, and take a shelter. It's a headache for you.
A lot of steps, a lot of communicating with various people. Baxter Engineering donated services for whatever engineering does. Ray McCormick and Sons did a great job with the foundation and the gravel, appreciate that. Home Hardware donated some of the supplies and have been very supportive of us, that means a lot. And Tyler and Gordon from NSCC, maybe I have over there. Tyler especially, thank you so much for working on this. I know it was probably a lot of headaches and everything, but it's really meaningful to me and to us. Thank you so much to the students who worked on this project. It really is a testament to what NSCC carpentry students can do, and we really appreciate it. Our son Curtis was in his first year of carpentry in Pictou County. He wanted to try being away from home for a little bit. In 2019, in October, just a month into the program, he was diagnosed with cancer and had to leave the program. A year later, in the fall of 2020, he started up here, back again, first year of carpentry at NSCC. But he wasn't able to complete the first year. It's so meaningful to me and to us to have this picnic shelter built by Spring Hill carpentry students. Even though our boys weren't born here, Curtis and Connor were raised in Spring Hill. I used to bring them to the park to play, and they loved it. And they participated in the summer programs, Timbit soccer, picnics, that kind of stuff. A lot of you never knew or met Curtis. He was a great kid who always knew what he wanted. He loved all things outdoors, and since we lived outside of town, he had a lot of opportunities for outdoor play, including camping and dirt biking. I made this quilt to show some of the things that Curtis loved and some of the things that we shared together. He had a little bit more of my stubbornness than I liked, but he was extremely kind-hearted. As a young man, he volunteered as a mentor and helper in multiple programs for kids and youth. He was very strong in his faith as a Christian, and he lived what he believed. He and Connor were only 18 months apart, and they usually got along quite well. To my dismay, as they grew up, their special pleasure seemed to be taking different sides of debate and discussing them at great length. Connor is now 21 and at university in Toronto. He misses his brother very much and everything they used to do together. There's a poster board here that shows some family pictures of good times that we had together. Those are all pictures that don't make you cry. Those are all pictures of good times together. When at the age of 21, we knew that Curtis was not going to beat cancer. It became very important to me that he be remembered in some way in the town where he grew up. After a lot of ideas and discussion, we came up with the idea of the picnic shelter. We wanted other young families from Spring Hill to be able to enjoy picnics here together. Several weeks ago, I asked for some help to name the shelter in a way that would honor Curtis's memory. One of those suggestions struck me as exactly what we were looking for, especially as it could be used to include a pirate theme. Curtis and Connor used to love to play pirates, and I know other kids do too. And it's our hope that a lot of kids and families will have some beautiful memories together in the playground and for picnics. So we had this sign made up. This is the great reveal. And the name for the picnic shelter is Curtis Cove.
Thank you folks for being here today. On behalf of the municipality, I want to thank the McCormick family for what they do at all times for our community and our folks. Curtis, Linda mentioned about Curtis wanting to try to wait home. It wouldn't surprise me that he come back because McCormicks don't go too far. Thankfully, they always come home. As Linda said, maybe somebody didn't know Curtis personally, but a lot of us certainly did in many ways. And one of those ways was through our church. Curtis was so respected in so many ways, and what always used to strike me was the way that he interacted with people his own age, but he also interacted with old people like me. And I remember one day we came into church, Lynn and I came in, and Curtis was at the door, and I think he was building a model car at the time. And he was doing a poll, if everybody came through the door, what color they thought this car should be painted, red or blue. So he's doing a poll, and I think at the end of the day, voted for whatever the color was, and Curtis did that. But that was Curtis, you know. He was always coming up with something that you think, wow, this young guy. And to face, what really amazed me was the way he faced this challenge, this illness that he had. He faced it with such strength and courage. But I think Linda, we'd agree, and Craig, we'd agree, it was through his faith that he was able to do that. And that says a lot about that young man and what he was, what he meant to all of us, what he meant to all of you. I know he was so respected at college, and he thought so much of our group there and the program he was in. Just a great young man and a real good example. You know, taken away very, very young, way too short a life. But certainly from the municipality, from the folks that knew him and the folks that are here today, and from all of us, we just want to thank you for sharing his memory with us. And we really appreciate that you've done this. This will live on forever in the community. I know some of Curtis's friends are here today. Thank you for being here as well. Thanks so much to all of us. So, folks, look, thanks on behalf of the family and the community. Thanks for being here today to help share in this moment. And thank you to the McCormick family for doing this. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. And please help fill